Welcome back to our channel. We're a couple of golfers,
Beth and Russ, and today we're at Pyle Kenfig, which is in South Wales, and I'm really excited about this video. Why am I excited, Russ?
because the AIG Women's Open qualifying is here on Monday.
Which is in what, 2 days?
Which is in 2 days' time.
Wow, but it's actually only down the road. Literally 5 minutes down there, you've got Royal Porthcawl. This stretch actually is pretty incredible. You've got Southern Down, Royal Porthcawl, Pyle Kenfig, which are all pretty much in the top 10 best courses in Wales, all along this stretch line. Now, anyway, at Pyle Kenfig, Open qualifying is going to be taking place, and Russ is going to be doing a few holes, aren't you?
Very, very fast. But yes, we're going to take you out on the golf course, and I'm going to play a few holes and talk you through how I would play them in Open qualifying if it was me playing.
So what can people expect to see in this video from the 3 holes that you're going to be testing out?
So they can expect to see me playing them as if I was playing in Open qualifying, and I would be looking at wind conditions, course conditions, setup, potential flags, potential shots that you might have in the tournament, and why going for birdies or being stress-free and making safe pars is a good option.
A great thing also about Pyle Kenfig is they do have some really good practice and warm-up facilities, don't they? They've got a little par 3
academy course.
Sorry, I had to get Russ to finish that
Yeah,
for me.
par 3 academy course here at Pyle Kenfig. I believe they're about 50 to 70 yard holes. Great for that short game practice.
And then they've also got some nets at the back. A great putting, what was it?
Putting and chipping greens and a driving range.
He's better than me.
They've got it all. Right, let's head out onto the course.
Let's head out onto the golf course.
Hey guys, I brought you to one of the most stunning golf holes on this course. 14th hole here at Pyle Kenfig. It's a par 4, dog leg right, 368 yards. You're going to join me as if I was playing this hole in the AIG Women's Qualifier for the tournament.
So, Russ, if you were preparing now for qualifying this coming Monday, what kind of things are you considering on this hole? You've got 3 iron out. Is there a reason for it?
Yeah, I think for me, I hit it probably a good distance with 3 iron to leave myself a wedge, and it's only a shorter hole for me, so 368 yards. It's quite burnt out as well, so the ball's going to run a little bit further. Wind is an element. Like, I would probably do my homework on what the wind is going to be on Monday as well, to again suss out the club and what I might hit during the tee, then be able to have a bit longer to visualize that shot as if I was playing it. So in today's conditions, we have a little bit of wind down off of the left. So I'm going to be aiming kind of at the left half of the fairway. Not that you can see that from this tee, because it's a little bit blind. The drone footage will show you. So
do you want to be avoiding any sort of trouble down there? What have we got?
Yeah, I mean, we've got some trouble on the left side of the hole, and we've got some thicker wispy rough on the right, which will kind of cause you to have a bit of a jumper for your second shot. So really, we want to hit a fairway here so we can go in off the fairway, get some spin in with that wedge, hopefully create that birdie chance.
Right, let's see what you're going to make on this hole.
Well, that's going to set that wedge shot up from the fairway, like we said. Let's go find it. Well, sometimes I can call a shot and hit it, and this is one of those times. I've got 132 yards to the flag. I'm in the left side of the fairway, absolutely perfect as it opens up the whole green. Tricky thing would be is if they tuck that flag behind the bunker. Obviously links golfy type like this, the fairways and greens are a little bit burnt out. So going in with this is very important to hit it on the fairway, to go in with that wedge so you can try and spin it as much as possible, because if you're in the rough, you're most likely going to be kicking through the green. You'll have that longer birdie try, where if you're in the fairway, you can spin it with a wedge, try and get it close. Once the green's clear, I'm going to try and get it close.
What wedge have you got there?
Right, I'm going to go with a 50 degree. This is about 130 yards for me. So we've got to give it its full shot, but we are a little bit downwind. So I'm hoping with the firm bounce, the downwind, this should be a pretty good number. So I'm going to go right at that flag. Well, this could be one of those holes that the women are probably going to want to buy off me.
Good shot.
Do you know what? I will take that one every day.
I think what I was going to ask was, you've done Open qualifier.
Yep.
And there's always things probably running through your head that you're weekend golfer probably wouldn't think about. Are you chasing birdies? What's the mind process?
Yeah, I think for
trying to get in,
for something like open qualifying, depending on how many rounds it is, depending on the stages, not like for first stage for open qualifying, it's only 1 round, so you're definitely chasing birdies. You're trying to be honest, in all qualifying rounds, you're chasing birdies because you've got 1 shot trying to shoot under par. Yeah, there is times to be aggressive. Round this golf course, I would pick your times to be aggressive because the wind and like the firmness can definitely like eat into your golf game. You're going to make bogeys out here. You just have to be the one that makes the most birdies. But yeah, I would always be aggressive, try and make as many birdies as I can during qualifying. I've left myself in a pretty good spot here below the hole. Forgetting back there actually, trying to work out, but they'll have these in like the yardage chart books on sometimes ways that the green slope. And this one is massive green with loads of undulation. So
the sloping is, I'm looking at the sloping. And
sloping's mad.
Okay.
It's kind of narrows in the middle, but then widens at the back and the front. But there's like places you can run it in. This is why practice rounds are so important, because if you've got a front right flag here, you've got a bank that you can run it in from. Knowing the undulations around the green and on the green is so important. But we found ourselves here, we got about 20 feet uphill. I would say there's a little bit of right to left on this, but not a huge amount. So I'm going to go right edge. I think it could even go back at the end. See if we can make that birdie. Oh, it did go back at the end.
That's a good
par. Pretty happy with that though. That was a well played hole, a stress-free par, but definitely shows me that if I hit this fairway every single time I play it, going in with a wedge, there's a birdie opportunity right there. Well, stress-free par. Let's go and show you another signature hole on this back 9. Welcome to hole 15 here at Pyle Kenfig, back 9, par 3, 216 yards off this tee. The problem's not how far it is, it's 216 yards, it's a little bit downhill, so it's probably playing 205, but the issue is where the flag is. The flag is tucked behind the back left bunker, which is telling me there's not a huge amount of room back there. This is quite a good one to show, because if I was playing this in a qualifier, I'm going where the people are, right for the middle of the green, and I'm taking that 35, 40 foot putt, and it's a bonus if it goes in, but I want to tap that in for a 3 and I want to get off here. The greens were quite soft on the last, so it does tell me that they are going to be softer. So if you can flight that high enough, which one thing the girls are really, really good at is hybrids. And this is a real good distance for them. They are super, super accurate with hybrids, and I'm sure a lot of them are going to hit hybrid from 200 to 215 yards. Wouldn't surprise me if they can go right at the flag and spin it. I'm going to be hitting a club that is right number, but I'm going middle of the green.
So really you're taking a par here?
I am taking, the better way to look at that is I am actually taking double out of play.
Okay.
It's a tough par 3. People are going to make bogeys on this, and I don't want to be one of those. Right, so like I say, there's actually a path in the distance that I'm going to be aiming at, which is near enough middle of the green.
Wind?
Wind is more off the left, a little helps, so I'm going to try and hit a little fade to the middle of the green, set up that birdie opportunity. Or I'm going to pull it accidentally and that was amazing. But that's an accidental pull. I wasn't going to that flag, but sometimes that's the good thing about hitting it to the middle of the green as well. If you've got a left flag, you pull it, could be pretty good. Let's go and find out. Right, so we've bounced after that pull off the tee. Again, like you can see, there is just no room from flag, from where that bunker is. It slopes all the way to the back of the green. Loads of undulations, especially with how long off the tee it was. I hit 5 iron there, so not going to get a huge amount of spin properly downwind. So I've kicked through the back, just in the, I'd say just on the edge of like the fairway cut, not far away from the flag. If I hit it on the green this distance, I'd be very happy with it. So I'm now seeing this as a birdie opportunity. We're uphill, breaking left to right. You might notice a few players as well, they might hit hybrid or a wood here. Justin Rose is very good for this. He would tend to maybe hit like a 3-wood and get it bouncing and running a bit. But I'm going to go with the flat stick, so I'm a bit more comfortable with that. I'm going to go 2 cups left of that flag. I'm going to push it a bit, but we're within knock-in range for that all-important par on this par 3, which we make. And like I said, make your 3 and get off. On this golf course, you're obviously birdie hunting, but then you need to be careful where you can't just birdie hunt. Where like a tricky par 3 like this, par 4, par 5, if they're tricky, sometimes making that stress-free par is so important to keep momentum. And then you will get birdie opportunities. That was still a birdie opportunity for me. I might make that 2 times out of 8. So yeah, very happy with that. Very happy with a par. Par. Yet to make a birdie. Let's go and find some more holes. Right, final hole of the day I'm going to show you is hole number 12 here at Pyle Kenfig. It is 199 yards, par 3. Now, we've just done a par 3, so I had to be a little bit more careful. This one, there's a bit more room, and it kind of sets up for a bit more of a gamble going for that birdie because the green's a bit wider. Yes, there's some trouble, but being positive, being committed is exactly what you want to do on this par 3. And also, bit more inspiration for the qualifying is you can see Royal Porthcawl over there. You can see the stands, you can see the flags, you can see where you want to be during the Women's Open, playing that golf course after making birdies on this golf course.
That is inspiration at its finest,
That is, isn't it? I mean, I'd look at that and go, right, I am birdieing this hole to get there.
Right, we got some bunkers, some trouble. What
we have. We got some bunkers, trouble. We've got wind into my face, 199 yards. So I'm going to go with my 210-yard club, which is 5-iron again. See if we can add a birdie to the list. Well, not quite sure what that bounced off, but I've got away with it. Bad swing, good result. Hit one of the undulations that I knew was there, obviously. And now we're in the middle of the green with a birdie opportunity.
Speaking of like, obviously you knew the undulations are there, how many practice rounds would you say the girls would be doing pre this qualifying? We just actually bumped into...
We did. We played a Pro-Am back in the Chevron Championship with Jing. And she was out here yesterday. The weather conditions were definitely worse yesterday. She's back out here today, practicing again for the qualifier. So she's kind of getting 2 practice rounds on different weather conditions. Rain yesterday, more wind. Today, a lot calmer, a lot warmer. So she's seeing it from both sides. So that's quite good. But another good story, I caddied in the 2017 Royal Birkdale Open Championship, and we played a practice round with Henrik Stenson and his caddy. It was kind of the first time I did like a big major championship, so he gave me a real good tip. Whenever you're walking the golf course, make sure you stop 50 yards and in, especially on a links golf course, and write in all the undulations for the run-ups, because it is so important to know where you have to land your golf ball and see where it will kick. Best tip, one of the best tips I've ever had in golf, that is, especially from a caddy's point of view. And he caddied for an Open champion. Right, let's go make birdie.
He's all the way over there because his ball's back here.
Yeah, it wasn't the cleanest of strikes there, but I did get away with him from a nice bounce off that mound over there. So I'll take that I've got a birdie opportunity. Certainly an outside one, but
I mean, it's on the green. So
we're on the green, so that's a chance. Got about 50 feet right to left. This is breaking sort of 5 feet right to left. So I'm going to use the tip of the flag shadow as my marker. Just got to focus on getting that speed right. Underhit it.
Ooh.
Underhit it. Right line, just underhit that. That's the problem. If you leave yourself that far out, you're going to have to hole some of these for par eventually. Don't really want to make a bogey on this hole. And we didn't. Right.
Save the par.
Save par. So that is par, par, par on some fantastic golf holes on this back nine here at Pyle Kenfig.
Would you be happy if you were playing with those 3 pars?
The weather condition, I'd have liked to have made birdie on the par 4.
Mm-hmm.
Weather conditions, 2 par 3s, if I walked off par, par, now playing them, I would be happy, yes.
Okay.
But I would have liked to have birdied that par 4 because it's definitely an opportunity to do that. But I didn't. I made par, 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 so I need to make birdies elsewhere on the golf course. Otherwise, I ain't playing over there. But best of luck to all you girls out there. Go kill it.
Guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video. I feel like Russ can give a really good insight into how Open Qualifier goes because he's done it before, obviously. So hopefully, yeah, what did you think of that? What did you think of the golf course? What did you think of this being an women's open qualifying venue?
Brilliant. It's really, really brilliant golf course. Tricky in places, good test, a lot of birdie opportunities out there. Yeah, I mean, you just have to be the better player on that day, really, to qualify. But if you do qualify, congratulations.
We look forward to seeing you there. I'll be there all week cheering everyone on. Yeah, so good luck. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, please comment. If you have anything to ask Russ, you know, about the way he kind of considered each hole and you haven't thought about that before, drop us a comment and I'm sure he'll get back to you, won't you?
And lastly, we're a couple of golfers, so make sure you follow and subscribe on everything. Otherwise, we don't know who you are. Thank you.
Thanks, bye.